All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Marion, the Inappropriate Artist, and today I am taking a giant leap. I've tried to film this a bunch of times, and I always end up digressing somewhere in there, and to the point where I completely lose track of what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Could be because I'm tired. And maybe I should just wait till morning. But I have this bug in my head. I can't get myself comfortable and get into bed until I've done this. So as many of you know, I've been, on the road 2.5 years, been making YouTube videos for 3 years. I've never had a website. I kept trying to take steps toward it, but I would get daunted. The idea of a fee that I have to be, another fee that I have to be responsible for when I'm already struggling to feed myself is something that is really a difficult decision for me to make. But, I'm realizing that without some kind of one place for people to find all the information, right? Like my YouTube links and my Instagram, my art on my Instagram, and the my Facebook as well, my and my TikTok, right? And I've done my best to be as consistent as I can be. I've always kept YouTube and Instagram has always been the Inappropriate Artist. My Facebook has been my name, Marion Stroh, because it's identifiable to those who knew me before. And Facebook has been more of a personal outreach rather than just pure plain social media, which basically Instagram is. Because I was trying to keep it so that it would be simple for people to find my art. However, with all the TikTok videos I've been making and sharing on my Facebook, I realized they were also going on my Instagram and kind of littering that up. I've been starting to feel like I am not finishing things, although that's not totally true. I am. It's just actually taking me way longer to get to the end of things than it has in a number of years. So I've gone through this before. I know that I can struggle with this, and in the past, you know, it's mostly been just that circumstances changed. So what was once an issue suddenly became moot because I had to take a different kind of a job or whatever it was, right? Well, this is a job I have created for myself. And I would like to grow it so that it is my only job. Um, right now, it doesn't quite feel that way to me. In that, I don't have anything consistent really coming in pay wise. Um, everything that comes in fluctuates pretty dramatically. Very rarely am I so flush that I can jump on purchasing things I need for the van. Although I have had opportunities, right? Like, I like when I got the Jackery and the Moonshade and my ceiling vent. These were, it was unexpected. It didn't come from art and it didn't come from contributions. It was someone found out that I could have applied for unemployment and I didn't realize it because what I read very clearly stated that I did not qualify. Um, but she was like, no, with COVID, with all of this, you can apply, and you will most likely get it. And if the state doesn't approve it, it'll go to the federal, and because you're self-employed, you'll get support from that. So I applied, and it turned out that my former employer covered it and stepped up and did the unemployment. So I only was able to get it for 13 weeks instead of the normal 26. because I was not in the state and there was no way I was going to go back to the state to look for work. Wasn't going to happen. And I knew that wasn't going to happen. So as soon as they changed the law and they cut it off on May 30th of last year, I just said, thank you very much for 13 weeks of income. That afforded me the ability to have power in the van and climate control with the vent and the moonshade. Amazing, right? That was huge. Totally changed my quality of life here in the van. 100% changed my quality of life. Yeah, so I had a really great conversation with this woman that I met through TikTok, who is an organizer, and she's a planner, dude. She's a freaking planner, and her YouTube or Instagram is Joanne Plans, man. And so I had a wonderful conversation with her today, and I think we're gonna work a trade. So that'll be really cool. She is someone who she can help by putting together a media kit for me and maybe showing me ways of organizing my own social media better so it can be more consistent. As much as I don't like branding myself, because that sort of feels really weird to even say, or even to call myself an influencer. My best friend called me that, and I was like, how am I influencing anyone with my insanity, right? But I get it. I understand what that means now. And it's not necessarily that I am a pinup perfect Instagram poster, because that's not what it was about as far as being an influencer go. I am a 50-year-old woman who has started her life over, and I am living in my van, and I am living the life I believe I was meant to be living. I'm following my desire to be a full-time artist, and really giving it a chance, instead of just, throwing in the towel. I have the plan of painting all 50 states, and I've managed to paint 26 of the 31 that I have been through. There are ones I have to go back to, but it's okay. I kind of knew I was going to I had to go back that way anyway, right? For certain things. California is too expensive right now, so California ain't happening, even though I drove in it for like a few miles, right? Last year, when I was making a loop to Hippie Hole, I had to drive up the road in California to cross back over into Arizona and enter. So California was just not even a quarter mile away from where I was camping. But legit, I have not done California. I have driven in it for a second. I barely painted anything of Arizona, even though I was there for a time. And I was trying to accomplish something else while I was in Quartzsite, and then I got distracted by a whole lot of running around trying to do things and make plans, and it was sidetracking, to say the least, right? What I'm hoping, more than hoping, what I would like to accomplish for myself, is a way to be more productive and get my content out more consistently, and so that I can start making more of a passive income. She's going to put together what she calls a media kit, and that shows, so as an influencer, I can apply for partnerships with companies, or let people send me their stuff and do like a little bit on a video and all that kind of thing. I'm trying to figure out how to do it so that I'm not like making too many ads in my YouTube videos. Unless it's something that fits very naturally with what I'm doing, right? Like, somebody sends me a watercolor block to use. That makes sense for me to make a whole video on it, right? Because for me as an artist, yeah, that totally makes sense. I've had people want to send me jewelry. I don't wear jewelry. I don't. It makes me cold. So occasionally in the warmer months, I have a couple of pieces, like one that my cousin gave me. She gave me earrings that match it, which I tried wearing, but unfortunately my ears did not react well, which is not unusual. I knew that's one of the reasons I stopped wearing earrings, is I would get infections really quickly and easily. So, but I want to figure out something clever to do with the earrings so that they're visible for me, and I just haven't decided how I want to accomplish that. Because I don't want them to be permanent in this van, as they are something that I want to always be with me. This will not always be my home. I will hopefully be upgrading at some point in the future. So, with that being said, I need to get better organized so that I can make more money doing what I do. And I appreciate so much all the people who have stuck with me from the beginning and believe still in what I'm accomplishing for myself. I know there are many who are close to me who know what I've been through in my life and what I have done a lot of healing from, and who know that I was truly trapped in that lifestyle. And this has brought me like so much fulfillment and so much joy. And honestly, the only time I've ever really had that in a job was when I was framing. And I can't picture frame anymore. So I accept that, right? That my hands don't function the way they used to. So there's a certain amount that I cannot do. So it has been a real, it's been such an insane journey for me. Not insane in a bad way, though, but like, for as quickly as things seemed to have happened, I mean, I had been looking into this lifestyle for a couple years before I got into it, right? I did some serious ass manifesting. And I'm still doing that manifesting. I believe very wholeheartedly in that. And I believe that working with this woman is going to help me be more successful at what I already do. And yeah. And if I do, you know, one of the things I thought of after we got off our conversation, and I've been, you know, trying to talk about this, right? And so in doing that, I come up with ideas and I talk through stuff, which is another reason why I deleted a lot of stuff, because some of it is so superfluous, you really didn't need to hear the whole thought process. But she's such an incredible person, and by doing this, by even speaking her name and saying that this is what I'm going to do, I'm making myself accountable. And not necessarily to you guys, but to her. Because now I mentioned her name. And I want to be able to succeed with her help and be able to share that with others. Right? You know, because the algorithm only will do so much for us, right? And most of us just get lost in the shuffle. I know I'm pretty sure the algorithm hates me. Um, you know, but it is what it is, right? I can't convince a computer of what I'm doing. Anyway, so we have this other friend, and she's Bunny and Beyond. She's freaking awesome, and she has her TikToks all about cheap van life and that it is totally possible. She's so right. So she was talking about how we all tag each other and talk about each other's stuff that we do, right? So Bunny and Beyond, she wraps sage and sells it. She harvests it and wraps it and sells it. She harvests responsibly. Check out her channel, Bunny and Beyond. And so anyway, she had this, since the algorithm won't help us, really. And we are all just trying to support ourselves with our tiny businesses. But if we all promote each other, we can make connections for other people and help each other make sales in each other's businesses, right? And it's such a wonderful thing. For years I've always done that, in a sense that if I couldn't accomplish something for somebody, I was so happy to share a person who could. I've never had a problem referring people. And even when I was in the grocery store, God, I wish I could have made a commission on all of the freaking chocolate I sold in that store from the register. For every time someone came up and was like, no, I can't. And I'd be like, oh, dude, did you not see the chocolate wall and the options? I would just put my sign up and go take them back to the chocolate wall and walk them through all of the different amazing chocolates available in this amazing place. So I have been doing this my whole life, talking up things that I just enjoy and love and I've been doing this my whole life. So I don't know why it's such a struggle for me to think I can't do it on my channel. And I want to try to. No. Just rephrase. I'm going to do my best to. I don't know what I have at the moment. And I joke often about certain things that I use. What are the chances that, the Silver Black Velvet Brush Company wants to... Because, oh my God, I could talk about those all day long. All day long. They're my favorite brushes. For sure. The watercolor paper I use, the Arches watercolor paper. Holy. I could talk about them all day long. Because these are products that I not only use consistently in my work, but oh my God, do they work. And what I can accomplish with them is incredible to me. And so, yeah, I would so talk about those. My jackery, but everybody does a jackery thing, and do I want to be one of those? I don't know, but maybe there's another battery company out there who wants to offer me another battery and something else, and then I can do a demo of it, and then I have a spare power source. Extra power, right? So, there's all sorts of different ways that this could work out for me, and it could not work at all, but I honestly think that even just with a tiny bit of effort in the right direction, I could start making a difference on that. Um, yeah. So it's a lot for me. Um, it's because it's something that has been paralyzing me lately. Um, all the different things that I need to accomplish and the lack of money to accomplish it with. And I realized, like, things have gone down for me, like money wise, like come down for me. And the reason I've been able to be okay with that at this point in time is because I have someone helping me out, plug in, so that I can plug in for electricity, so I'm not paying for propane. Um, right now, right while I'm parked here, except for my stove, but I had enough. I still have one full can, and this one's probably meh, 3/4 to halfway empty, right? Um, so I have at least another week and a half to 2 weeks of cooking propane while I'm here, but then I'm gonna have to refill all my bottles because I'm gonna be hitting the road January 2nd. At least that's the goal. Um, you know, and yeah. So I need to get more organized for myself, for my business, so that I can make more money. And I need to. Um, this little home of mine has a lifespan. I'm doing the best I can to keep it going for as long as I can. Um, but it does have a lifespan, and I'm gonna need another one. And so I need to make some money. You know, yeah. So this is a step that I'm taking that is right. But I always knew that I would meet the right person at the right time to help me with the job that needs to get done. And uh, she was incredibly generous with her time today and is willing to work and trade, which is freaking huge for me. But she also knows that I am going to talk the shit up about her. Like, I am so, you know, for my little group of followers compared to her much bigger group. But, it's like she even said she started changing her YouTube channel and she lost a whole bunch of subscribers that were there for the one thing that she was doing, and now she's starting to do something else, but she's gaining subscribers because it's just a different content, right? So there's flux. There's always going to be flux. And that's why I don't say that it's the one and only thing I will do in my life, right? And I'm doing my best to accomplish other things for myself. Um, and she has had some really friggin' good ideas. Some of them I already knew about and have sort of been kind of hanging out in the back of my head. But I didn't know how to accomplish them and still do what I'm doing and keep things moving forward. I always feel like when I start something like that, I have to drop everything else so I can focus and learn, which I often do have to do. Drop everything else so that I can focus and learn. And this is important for me to do so that I have more income. So, that's it. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to keep moving forward, plodding along for now, little by slowly. Tomorrow, my goal is to try to get some pigment down on this paper. I had this drawing sitting here that I'm not happy with the drawing. But I think if I start on the sky, just start getting it going. Often that's all I need to just get it moving, you know. Doing a lot of deep breathing these days. But yeah, so this is my goal. And I hope I'm going to do my best that when I'm spotlighting this new part of my existence, I will try to talk about it. I'll try to put it in the title. Like, I'm gonna do my best to come up with a series title so that it'll be easy to find amidst everything else, right? And God, I want to throw up when I talk about making playlists. Why is it so hard for me to even think about doing all of this stuff? I don't know, but I need to work on this, and I need to get past it, or through it, find some way of getting this accomplished. I'm really hoping that having, making myself accountable in this way is going to make the difference. Okay, so that's the plan, Stan. Christmas is coming. There's a new year on the rise. No, this is not a resolution because I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I just don't. To me, that has to be a daily thing. And it's not a resolution as much as it is a promise to myself to be more organized with my time. Not always an easy feat, but I am going to certainly put my best foot forward on this and do my best to accomplish even just a modicum of more organization. Yeah. So that's where my brain has been today. Thank you for joining me. Please stick around and follow. If you want to hear more about my artistic journey, I've got a 3 years worth of content behind me, and God only knows how much ahead of me, right? And yeah. So if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider doing so. It really would help to get my numbers up closer. I need to get over 1,000 subscribers. I'm on now. So looking to get 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, on TikTok, and on my Patreon. The 1,000 subscribers for YouTube and TikTok allow me a couple of things. On YouTube, it's being monetized, but also getting to go live. Big deal. Also, same on TikTok. I can, be a part of the Creator Fund, and I can do lives. Again, another way. These are ways that I can create income. Maybe a lot, maybe not a lot. I don't know. I have not been able to try because I don't have enough subscribers yet. So, yes, that would be a really big deal. Thank you. And I hope you guys have an amazing, wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you on Sunday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.